Hi, my name's Elsa Valentine. I'm the co-founder of INNATE. I'm British, but living in Portugal currently. Before my entrepreneurial journey began, I was incredibly lucky to have some amazing experiences which helped me discover more about who I was and what I wanted to contribute to the world. I started off in California as a research assistant to a marine biologist working with sharks. I then went to Thailand and volunteered in a remote Buddhist village for a year, working with kids. I had been drawing commissioned portraits since a child, so I took this up as work and I went to Cyprus and New Zealand, where I also ran horse trekking companies. When I was about 25, I felt something in me shift, and I knew I was ready for the next stage of my life, for a bigger challenge, and to see what I had to offer. I followed my fascination, which first took me to the food industry. As a teenager, I'd encountered a spell of digressing health as my body collapsed under the physiological impact of emotional stress and trauma. I got to the point where, at one point, I could barely walk up the stairs without resting. I taught myself to look within and focus on listening intently to the needs of my body, which resulted in a complete renovation of my diet. I felt so much stronger and better in every regard, more connected, more inspired, more myself. And I became fascinated with the biological implications of the choices my body had been making for me. Then I looked around and surveyed the landscape of commodified food, and what I saw kind of horrified me. So I decided I wanted to make a positive contribution to that industry, and so came my first startup. Together with my friend Tess, we innovated a healthy alternative to crisps, and we launched it nationally in supermarkets in the UK. It was epic, but it was very challenging. The learning curve was vertical. I noticed at one point that I was selling my soul to stress again. It was so hard to keep perspective over my emotions and internal reality through this roller coaster ride. That is when I realized the power that technology could have, and I came up with a concept for innate mood. I have this amazing mentor that I met in New Zealand when I took him and his wife for a horse ride. He helped me understand how to translate the concept into a tech product, and thus was born Innate Mood. So Innate Mood is a neuroscience-based self-reflection app, which acts as an extension of our psyche to help us be more objective with our emotions and internal reality. It helps facilitate a growth in emotional intelligence via prompted video journaling, allowing us to further understand our emotional triggers and collect lessons and wisdom for reference of our future self. What I mean by that is the videos that you record will circle back to you in the future at times when they would be most useful. For example, if you're feeling flat and unmotivated, you would record a video about your experience, rank the intensity of the emotion, tag a life area, and then the app would retrieve a video that you recorded previously when feeling joyful and inspired. Kind of like a Harry Potter diary. I believe that tech exists to make us extra human rather than superhuman. Technology has the capacity to accelerate and deepen our self-discovery, understanding and evolution, to take us deeper into ourselves, but also to enable a new level of objectivity and perspective. When going through challenges, I turned to tech to solve a personal problem, which in turn became a startup. Innate exists to facilitate self-realization and thus self-empowerment. The app is backed by the principles of neuroscience and positive psychology, so you could say that it sits at the intersection of tech and science. Whilst early in development, Innate has already helped me and many early testers to understand ourselves better and thus to navigate the thrilling ride of life. The dynamic between men and women can be complex, to say the least. Sometimes it was helpful for me to deepen my understanding around this and natural cognitive bias in order to navigate situations without taking them personally. We all have different strengths, and it's worth taking the time to identify your unique superpowers and develop your confidence. There's nothing you can't do, but you really have to believe it. Tech can eliminate boundaries because it can eradicate cognitive bias and prejudices and instead help us objectively see things how they are. Tech offers boundless possibilities for personal expansion and innovation. You can really let your imagination run wild because the depth with which you can address and solve a problem is infinite. For anyone who wants to embark on an entrepreneurial journey, I would say, learn about yourself first. Gain a solid grounding. Take time to look within and explore what fascinates you, what you naturally gravitate towards. What lights you up? What do you read about for fun? Do nothing because you think you should, only because it excites you. Pay attention to whether you are seeing things as they are or how you wish they were. Be motivated by passion and awe, and you will be more likely to go the distance. Our mind can be a revolutionary tool or our ultimate destruction. Learn about your mind, your emotions, your motivations. Learn about how they influence you. Prioritize this and your well-being above all else. Follow your wonderment and trust the process. Sometimes you feel drawn to something that makes no rational sense. If it feels good, go for it. Good luck.